Hey guys, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this don't work. Let's get open for business here. No, we're already open for business here on this Black Monday. I was just out in my workshop there working on some cabinets, and I was contemplating Sean Lee and things, and so on the other channel and things, and about why it seemed like we repeated the same mistake that we did with Morris Claiborne, bringing him back for the playoffs when he had literally played in months, and how a couple of plays by him really just kind of killed the season and killed the game. And how we kind of repeated that same kind of thing with Sean Lee, because it's Sean Lee. I love him, but he was not the same player, and he was coming in rusty and cold. And I was talking about how the Cowboys seem to keep repeating history and not learning from it. And Michael came in and he said Cliff had sent him a link about Scott Linehan returning. And I was like, come on, man, I ain't heard anything about that. Been working in the shop and missed it. And lo and behold, I look it up. Jason Garrett says Scott Linehan will return as the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, and that there will be no major staff changes for them. So despite what everybody wants, despite the one thing that I think everybody can agree on when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys is that our offense is antiquated, that our offense is predictable, and that our offense stinks and is holding us back. That Dak Prescott has some abilities, but needs someone to take him to another level. Somebody with maybe a little more experience than a Kellen Moore. That maybe a couple of plays better, just a couple, not a whole lot, just a couple plays better where the coaching staff puts the team in a position to win, that maybe after all of these years of Scott Linehan and looking at the body of work and the people that he's worked with. We're talking about Hall of Fame wide receivers. We're talking about good quarterbacks. And the lack of really success when it counts, that maybe, just maybe, you might want to consider something else. I'm beginning to really wonder if Jerry Jones, who's got the ability to have a his and her helicopter, a $250 million yacht, the greatest stadium in the world, have the biggest fan base in the world, to be the most talked about franchise in the NFL, that maybe that's enough for him. Maybe it's not about actually winning a Super Bowl anymore. Because I'm sitting here thinking, if you go through all the effort to make sure that the right color tile that's imported from Italy is on the floors, that if you spend every moment understanding exactly where every piece of that artwork goes in the stadium, that the experience is one of a kind. That you can have designed a 360-foot long yacht that I guarantee you is off the chain. That you can take care of all of those details to the nth degree. Yet look at your Dallas Cowboys that are failing and not scrutinize what you're doing. You got a great scouting department that's finding talent. You've got great coaches on the defense. I know we didn't do well in that last game, but you look at the body of work with what Rod Martinelli's done since 2013, getting better every single year, developing their own players, not going out and signing big-name free agents, getting your financial cap in order, that you've got all of these details, but yet going into last year, you let Scott Linehan pick the coaches. You let Scott Linehan run the offense. And when you look at the season, the biggest area you look at and say needs improvement is the offensive play calling, yet you're not looking at that? I don't understand. If you got an answer, please explain it to me, because I just do not think that that's the guy. I've had doubts with Jason Garrett because, generally speaking, if you haven't won a Super Bowl within 5 years, you're not going to. In the modern era of football, if you have not won a Super Bowl in 5 years, you won't. How is it, Jerry, that you were not satisfied with winning 2 Super Bowls with Jimmy Johnson back-to-back, and you got rid of that guy, but you're satisfied with not winning one in 23 years, and you're okay with what you got here? So, this is a rough Monday for me. How about you, Mike? I'm literally in shock.
Yeah, you want to keep Scotland in hand.
This is literally like a punch to the gut.
After he's part of the problem.
Well, I'm going to go back out and do some more work and get my mind off the Cowboys for a minute. Like I said, it's never a dull moment when it comes to the Cowboys.